Hi my lovelies, this is part 3 of my colouring book collection and I'm just going to jump right into it. There's quite a few books here. Just as a side note, how I'm filming these is I've got like an IKEA bookshelf which has different cube shelves on it, and I'm just going along filming all the books that I've got in that one cube section. So this is cube number 3. So this shelf or section, whatever, contains all my Mystic Art Mirrors colouring books, my Hannah Lynn colouring books, and my Carla Magana colouring books. I call it my pretty girl shelf because if you know their style of artwork, they all do pretty girl colouring books. And there's nothing wrong with that because they're so much fun and really relaxing to colour in. And how I'll start is I've got 2 piles of books. One pile is the pile that I haven't coloured in. I haven't coloured in any pages. So I'll kind of just show you the books and move on because I'm not flipping through every single book because we'll be here for hours. And then I'll show you the books that I have coloured in and I'll show you my completed pages. If you do want to see any book in detail, just leave a comment. Otherwise, I will just quickly go through the books. But most of these books you probably would have seen if you are into colouring like me. Yeah, so we'll get started. I'm just going to have a sip of tea. That's very important. Palm Springs colouring book by Carla Magana. Haven't coloured anything. Rococo A Go-Go. Have it, nothing coloured. Belle Pipistrelle, have it, nothing has been coloured. Fairy Tale Princess, Storybook Darlings, this is a Hannah Lynn colouring book, again, haven't touched it. Tropigoth by Carla Magana. Cosmetica by Carla Magana. Excuse me. Into the Wild by Mystic Art Mirrors. Pretty in Ink by Mystic Art Mirrors. 1 Year of Joy, Mystic Art Mirrors. I think this is like a seasonal colouring book. So you got like Christmas, Easter, Day of the Dead, like all the holiday celebrations. Once Upon a Time colouring book, Mystic Art Mirrors. Whimsy Girl Through the Decades. This is a fun book. This is like girls from the 1950s, 20s, 1970s, 80s, 90s. But I haven't coloured in it. This is I think this is a children's colouring book by Mystic Art Mirrors. Haven't touched that. Fantasy Beauties. So she is, her Etsy shop, she's known for Mystic Art Mirrors. She does have a name, but I just can't remember the name, I'm sorry. Witchcraft colouring book. Hot Tropics by Carla Magana. Fairytopia colouring book, Mystic Art Mirrors. Goddess Spell colouring book, Mystic Art Mirrors. Candy and Cream by Mystic Art Mirrors. Alright, so that was a pile of books which I own but haven't touched, and now we'll get on to the books that I have coloured in. I'll just say, just like I mentioned in like Johanna Basford's video that I'd done, so part 2, if these ladies release any colouring book, it's an automatic purchase for me because I love their style and their colouring books. So there's no second thought, instant purchase. This is a book by Mystic Art Mirrors, and I honestly can't, I don't know what the translation is, sorry. But what have I done here? Why is this in the pile? Ah, yes, I've done the fishbowl lady. And that's all we've done there. It is double-sided, so you can't really use alcohol markers on it. Well, you can, but will seep through to the next page. Ocean Dreams colouring book by Mystic Art Mirrors. Again, an ocean-themed colouring book. And I've done this princess. Sorry. And that's all we've done. Fairy Tale Princess colouring book by Mystic Art Mirrors. I think this is Queen of Hearts. I've done the Belle page. I love how this one turned out. I think Belle is my favourite Disney princess. And The Little Mermaid. Isn't it funny? I base it off Disney princesses, but these fairy tales, you know, Disney got the inspiration from these fairy tales, but I've got to stop calling them Disney princesses. Aesthetica Synthetica colouring book by Carla Magana. What have we done here? Now, I can't remember, so I can tell I've used crayons here, but I can't remember if we did a colour and chat with, because I did a colouring series using my Crayola crayon sets, and I can't remember if this was one of them. It was a little while ago, but this one was a lot of fun. Obviously, it was the neon set by Crayola, and I think, yep, okay, that's all I've done. Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Sign colouring book. Not really into astrology and stuff anymore, but I do love Mystic Art Mirrors prints, and I do love the ink in this. So what I've done, this is the Taurus page, because my birthday's in May, so yep, I fall under the Taurus horoscope. So I thought I would colour my page, and I really love how it turned out. I was trying to use like earthy tones, so greens and browns with a bit of pink coming through, and I actually really loved the colour tones. And that's all I've done, and this one is signed. Graveyard Girls by Carla Magana. That was just using, I think, a bit of gel pen and colour pencil. And that's all I've done there. This is Beautiful Creatures colouring book by, again, Mystic Art Mirrors. I've done that. this one we did do a colour and chat on recently. So it's, if you want to see how I coloured this one, it's somewhere on my channel floating about. Spooklets by Carla Magana. I don't think I've done too much here. I'll just say I do owe a lot to Carla Magana because she is one of the only colouring book artists on her channel that colours in her own colouring books, which I just love. And she has actually taught me so much and has helped me branch out with my art supplies. Like, for example, she mentioned that she uses the Crayola Super Tips as like water paint. And so, yeah, we tried this here, or I tried this here, and I just love how the effect turned out. But otherwise, if I didn't come across how she colours, I would have never have known to use Crayola Super Tips as a watercolour paint. Well, it's not paint, but, you know, as a watercolour art supply. So I owe a lot to her because she has taught me so much. And yeah, like I said, just, you know, just taught me how to branch out with certain art supplies that I have. Eerie Patisserie by Carla Magana. Sadly, I think I've only coloured one page in this. So this is her, like, she's got all pastries and sweets in this. And I've done the lollipop page. And that's all I've done. Deco Dolls, Carla Magana. Purple Lady. Pastel Lady. Dark Garden colouring book by Carla Magana. So, with this book, what I'm doing, so her Dark Garden colouring book is the theme of all the poisonous plants that are out there. And what I've done, so I'm colouring this book in order, and the list of the plants, she's made a list at the back of the book, the Botanic Index. So what I'm doing is I'm Googling it and seeing what colours those plants are. And then what I do is I use those colours on the page, using it as my colour base. So this one, for example, it was green and red, maybe pinks as well, purples. So that's a colour story for that page. Again, greens, pinks, purples, but this is based on Google Images. And some of the plants have two colours. So this one came in a purple or it came in a yellow. So I kind of just use both the colours on the page. I've coloured quite a bit in this one actually. Hopefully I can complete it in the near future. This one was fun. This one I actually did a colour along with Carla on her channel. She did a colour and chat and I just coloured along with this one and it was super fun. I had a great afternoon. I put a bit of washi tape for a border. I do allow myself to use black and white. So this one must have been red, and then I use black and white if I want to. We have a Venus flytrap. Oh, look, I left notes in there. Okay. So I think there were a few poisonous mushrooms on this page, so I had to make note of it. Okay, and that's what we've coloured there. Desert Muse by Carla Magana. What have we done here? And if you go on her channel, she goes through all of her colouring books and the inspiration behind the colouring books and how she created it. So that's super fun to see as well. I'm finding with her books, you just go crazy. Not crazy, but I'm getting very experimental in her books. And I'm just letting loose, and it's just really therapeutic and a lot of fun in her books. I'm not saying it's not with the others, but that's what she encourages. She encourages you to just put whatever on the page and, you know, get messy, and it's a lot of fun. So that's where most of my colour stories and finished pages, like the inspirations, come from with her. Sorry, Wee Wicked's colouring book. Sorry, I just grabbed the book because I'm talking too much. I done, and this only coloured 2 pages. I thought I coloured more. Hold on, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's all I've done. Retro Deco by Carla. This book, I just completed a colour and chat, and we did the grey toned page, so using all my grey Ohuhu alcohol markers. Yeah, so I just finished this last week actually. This was the colour and chat for September. That's all I've done. Fashion Circus by Carla Magana. Sorry if you can hear background noise. I do live on a busy side street and we get trucks and buses coming through all the time. Catwoman. That's all I've done in that one. Stardust Space Lust by Carla. This was her first colouring book that I got of hers. I do love a good sci-fi space theme. And she's drawn such cool images in this. This I just bought my metallic watercolour paints. And I can't remember the name. Is it Calero? So I had to try them, and they're just amazing. Not super happy with that page. Never mind. And I also got the idea of, she coloured scribbles in some of her pictures with gel pens and all that. So we've done that on this one. It's just a lot of fun. Coming in between. Done anything else? Oh yes. Again, I was super excited to use my Crayola Super Tips as like a watercolor art material, and that's how this turned out. And I think it works really well with like frills because it makes them more frilly and puffy. Okay. Spooklets Volume 1 by Carla Magana. That is a work in progress. That's right, I still need to complete a few bits and pieces. Oh, I love that page. Where is that? Oh, I should colour that page in actually, that's quite cool. Alright, that's all we've done. Spooky Sweets by Carla Magana. I think this was one of her first colouring books she brought out. And it's really, her books are so accessible because you can purchase them off Amazon and they're not that expensive, and it's just such an easy purchase. That's what I love about her books is, yeah, she puts them on Amazon and that's it. Whereas with Mystic Art Mirror's colouring books, she's got an Etsy shop, which is fine. That's how she does things, but it does take a bit longer to get here, and shipping is a bit more pricier. Whereas, yeah, Hannah Lynn and Carla Magana's books you can all find on Amazon. That's all I done. Oh no, oh, okay, here we go. There's one more page. Again, inspiration from Carla, using bright neon colours and scribbles as the background. Just so much fun. Oh, I've done one more. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's all we've done. Tattoo Darlings by Hannah Lynn. That was when I first started colouring. And I wish I had dated stuff. This was one of her earlier books that I purchased from Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn's good if you want to practice doing hair. All her girls have beautiful hair, and it's good to practice your hair technique if you want to get involved. Palm Springs colouring book. So this is one of Carla's colouring books with her other one, and it's all Palm Springs architecture that she's found around the place, because she lives in Palm Springs. And what have we done here? We've coloured that one. So it's based on, yeah, I think houses mostly, because all the Palm Spring houses are those like retro houses. So that's where that book, colouring book, comes from. Cocktail Tropicale by Carla Magana. Okay, look, we open that right up. I was practicing with I just got a new set of Derwent watercolor pencils. Not the Inktense, it was like some other set that I got. So I wanted to test them. And yeah, these are all tropical cocktail, tiki cocktail bits you can colour. If you're in a tropical mood, this is great fun. Fierce and Fantasy Faces by Hannah Lynn. With this book you get just the flat ink image and then a grayscale image. And what have I coloured here? Why is this book in the pile? Oh yes, my pirate lady. Obviously I was heavily into... Oh, no, I think I have filmed a colour and chat. And that's why I thought I would try and be proper, because I never write down the colour pencils that I'm using. Yeah. So I use my Prismacolor pencils, and I think this was a colour and chat. Well, I hope it was, because otherwise I just made a liar out of myself. I need to start marking colour and chats. And that's all we've done. I Dream in Colour by Hannah Lynn. And what have I done here? I think I've done a few. So I've done that one. I love this. She believed, so she became. And this book just has little words of encouragement. And we've got Imagine. Okay. Victorian Darlings by Hannah Lynn. That's all I've done in this book. I think that's all I've done there. Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn. If you're a Hannah Lynn fan, you would have seen all these books. And unfortunately, I think I've only done the one page in this book. Yeah, which is not good. Whimsy Girl Christmas by Hannah Lynn. I think I've done a few in this one. It is such a beautiful festive book. So I've done my Winter Fairy. I've done the Mother Mary, and I think I got some stickles. See, the star is all glittery. I actually liked how that page turned out. gingerbread lady. It's just so cute colouring in these books. And the little Christmas elf. I'm going to have to colour more. Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy by Hannah Lynn. I've done anything. Oh, yeah. And that might be it. Oh no, there's more. I've done a few in this book. And that one's it. And then the last one for this video, Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures by Hannah Lynn. And this one you do get the double print. What have we done here? Why is this one in the pile? Maybe I haven't coloured anything. Oh my goodness, there she is. It's the first page. This beautiful fairy princess, fairy lady. This was a lot of fun to colour in, actually. Yeah. And that is it for this part 3. And I'll see you guys in part 4. Bye for now.